The latest update for Warzone Season 5 added yet another sort of Easter egg, although this is more of a mini-game than an Easter egg, but you'll see why shortly. Now to complete this, you'll need a little bit of setup first, but it's nothing too difficult. This is how to complete the weapons testing Easter egg / mini-game in Verdansk. Now there have been several dummies added around Verdansk, but these don't always spawn in every location, so if you can't find any, you might need to quit the game and try again. So far I found 4 locations, but there may be more hidden around the map. To start off with though, you'll need to head to the Verdansk Stadium, and hidden around the centre will be 4 notes stuck to walls that have different test requirements on them. Weapons Test A can be found on the wall inside of Building 2 in the server room. Now all you need to do to complete Weapons Test A is to use 1 grenade on a dummy and 2 launcher rounds on a dummy. Weapons Test B can be found in Building 1 on the gantry, and that asks you to fire 30 rounds from an SMG into a dummy, and also 50 rounds from an LMG into a dummy. Weapons Test C can be found on the wall inside of Lab 1, and that'll ask you to knife a dummy 10 times using your melee weapon, and to also shoot a dummy with a shotgun within 5 meters of it. And finally, Weapons Test D can be found on the wall inside of the launch pad in the middle of the stadium, and asks you to fire 20 rounds into a dummy using an assault rifle from 50 meters away or more, and to also shoot a dummy twice using a sniper rifle 100 meters away or more. So now that you've seen all of the notes, you can then head over to one of the dummies to start the tests. Now you don't actually need to read the notes before you do the tests, but it just helps to know what is involved in each test. So now that you've seen all of the notes, you can then head over to one of the dummies to start these tests. Now here are the 4 locations where I found dummies so far. The first one and most easiest one to get to is just east of the airport maintenance POI. This one is in the open though, so if you play casual, sometimes bots will hard push you, so you need to keep your head on a swivel for this one. The second dummy location is on the field to the east of Storage Town, near the airport and superstore. Again, this one is fairly open and doesn't have a buy station close by, so it can be a bit risky to use this one. The third dummy location is in the graveyard, which is just a little bit further west from the residential towers and slightly north past the hill from the train station. This dummy didn't seem to spawn in very often compared to the others that I found, so if you opt for this one, it might need to be a last resort. The fourth and final dummy that I managed to find is this one just north of train station near the tracks, which seems to spawn in just as often as all of the others do. This one is probably one of the safest to use in terms of bots randomly rushing you, because there is a little bit of cover here. So that's all of the notes and all of the dummy locations that I could find. So how do you actually complete this without going on a wild goose chase to find the weapons that you need? Well, I found a strategy that seemed to work quite well. Firstly, you'll need to head to the Overlook building in the downtown POI and look for one of the mysterious keycards there. Now, if you don't know about this Easter egg, then you'll need to watch my guide on how to complete it, although this Easter egg has been simplified since that video came out for some unknown reason. Anyway, get a keycard and open the door to the armory room, and then use that keycard on the 3rd red loot crate diagonally from the door, and that will give you a portable buy station. You can also pick up an RPG from one of the lockers there, and there's also loads of cash on the middle table as well. Now all you need to do is go to one of the dummy locations and throw a portable buy station down so you have a buy station close to a dummy. That way, if you have plenty of cash on you, you can keep buying loadouts for all of the weapons that you need to use, plus ammo boxes so you don't run out of that either. Now, as you can see here, I got rushed by someone in a vehicle, but I blew it up quite close to the dummy, and it still counted for the launcher challenge, so you don't need to hit the dummy directly with grenades or launchers, as long as you're close enough. Once you complete each weapon test, you'll get some loot on the ground like gas masks, bunker keycards, and some legendary weapons, as well as some XP for completing each challenge. Once you've completed each weapons test, you can use the buy station to buy another loadout, assuming that you've got your loadout set up for these tests like I did, and then you can go through each one of them. Make sure to keep a lookout for enemies, as sometimes bots can swarm you, and I had a couple of occasions where I had 2 or 3 bots decide to get aggroed towards me for no reason, which made things a little bit intense. But once you've completed all 4 weapons tests, you're done. There's no special reward for completing these tests, and weirdly you just get some half-decent loot and XP, but no blueprint, calling card, or even a camo, which is a shame. I think once you've completed this once for the sake of completing it, there's not really a reason to do it again. But anyway, thank you for watching this far into the video, and thank you to my channel members for your continued amazing support of the channel. Please remember to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe so you get notified when I next upload. Thanks again, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Goodbye!